And meanwhile, if you have any question in between the session, you can always write down in a chat box.
मेरा नाम संगीता
Or at
तिवारी
the
है।
end, we will be having the Q&A session.
Yes, definitely.
नहीं हुआ।
Yeah, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to the special session organized by GEG Delhi West. And this special maybe you are teaching a grade 12 or maybe grade 2nd. So any CBSE school teachers, not only in India, even maybe in Dubai or all other countries also, wherever there are the CBSE schools, and those who are willing to become BAI. So my name is Amit Bajaj, and I'm the founder and leader of GG Delhi West. Along with me, I have Meena Bagga ma'am.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah,
Myself,
she's the
Meena
co-leader
Bagga,
of GG Delhi West.
Good
Yeah.
evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
So,
Sir, are you sharing the screen?
yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Actually, people are joining now. It's 180 and people are still joining. So, in between, I have to admit the people also. Yeah.
I'm admitting. No, you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
start.
sure. Yeah, sure.
It is already
So, everyone, please be on mute. Is my screen is visible, everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we had about 383 registrations with us, and as you can see, based on the city and country, I have arranged in the descending order. So we have the people from Assam to Ayodhya, to Chandigarh, to Coimbatore, to Delhi, definitely. Then maybe say Ghaziabad, Gurugram, Haryana, Jaipur, Kanpur, Madurai, Nagpur, New Delhi, Noida, Panchkula, Sharjah, UAE, Udaipur, and Delhi, and few more have actually just filled the form. In fact, I would like to mention two special things. Central Academy Udaipur. That's a school from where about 51 teachers have registered. A tiny taught school from Ayodhya, and 25 teachers from the same school have registered. So that's really wonderful. So welcome all of you to this wonderful session, wonderful journey. And it's going to be a great learning experience for all of you. Also, you can check it out. When we asked in the question, are you interested to become Be Internet Awesome Ambassador? So about 85% say yes. But remaining 14%, 14-15%, they say no. But I really appreciate their honesty. And at the same time, even they don't want to become the BIA ambassador, but they still want to learn something new. So that's really, really appreciable. Also, we asked that if you have any question which we should answer in between the session. So we have listed few of the important questions which are relevant to the session. At the end, we have the question and answer session wherein we are going to answer. This is the first of the basic introductory session. There will be another session most likely on 20th of August, the second and the final session. And meanwhile, in next 10 days, you will be giving exposure to various resources freely available to you. You don't need to actually create the resources. All the resources are curated for you, for your reference. You just need to use them. So let me begin with my presentation now. May I once again request everyone to be on mute. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, my presentation.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
Okay. So this is the joint effort by CBSE and Google India, and at the same is also involved with this, and there's a role of GGs also. So let me quickly explain what this course BIE all about. So Be Internet Awesome teaches kids the fundamentals of the digital citizenship and safety so they can explore the online world with confidence. So we all admit and agree that our kids are 21st century kids, maybe a 3-year-old kid or maybe a 10-year-old kid. They may know technology more than us. So some of you who may be at the age of say 50 or maybe 50 by, or at the age of retiring, so they must know about their children, their grandchildren the most, or maybe you have your kids in your family. So you know how much more they are aware of the online world. But is the online world really safe for them? When there was a pandemic, there was a need. We actually given the all the gadgets to our kids, but now we really don't want them to use them. But at least some of the actual educators said, okay,
Yes.
why you are going with the BIA program in the online physical classroom. I really appreciate and agree with this idea of the physical classroom. We all must use that physical classroom. That real teacher, the classroom teaching cannot be replaced at any cost. But at the same time, the internet was there, it will be there, and our kids are going to use and explore that more and more every day. You cannot stop them. But if we have no power to stop them, can we teach them how to use the internet wisely and safely at the same time? So for that, has come up with a very interesting course, of so-called program, BIA, wherein children will learn about the necessary lessons about the internet safety and digital citizenship. The all resources and links will be shared with you very soon in between the session itself, and also the link to the WhatsApp group. Those who actually connected us via that filling of the form directly, they are emailed about the have already joined that WhatsApp group. Those who haven't joined that group, I request Meena ma'am to kindly share that WhatsApp group link once again in the chat box, or we can
Yes.
share that later on. Yeah. So first thing is how CBSE is connected with this program. This is the Google program, but how CBSE is connected? CBSE, we talk about the NEP 2020. So to impart the 21st century, all the skills we talk about the online teaching learning, CBSE actually partnership with the Google India, and then they are organizing such training sessions throughout the pan India, and the program dedicated it to safeguard our learners and facilitator like us as the educator, as the teacher, while they are exploring the online world. At the same time, let me admit that its program is not only meant for the teachers, it's meant for everyone, for the parents, for even the kids also. So if you are actually program in near future, you can always involve the parents as well, not only your kids. The parents can also be involved. I will be sharing few glimpses of these sessions already taken by few educators who are now BIA ambassador, and if you wish, I can help you connect with those people, those educators, so that you can have a brief idea about that how they can help you and support you in implementing the program in your school. We are here as a mentors, the guide for you, but definitely those who are really taking the program in the classroom situation will be definitely getting you and connecting with them. This program aims to empower users by educating them and providing them with the right tools and information for their online safety. And that's what CBSA is looking forward to from all of you. So then how Mahatattva is connected with this project? So Google partnership with CBSE India, and CBSE at the same time Mahatattva is a Google partner in India. That's academic partner with CBSE, enabling schools to explore new age syllabus and helping them to imbibe Google technology to impart new age education. So actually, Mahatattva has come up with this initiative in collaboration with CBSE and Google. And since we are Google for Education trainer, me and Meena Bagga ma'am, and we are the leader and the co-leader from GG Delhi West. Some of you must be aware of the concept of Google Educator Groups. So we are the part of that GGs, so which is actually providing the tech tools to teachers all over India and pan India and even across India as well. So how you can use technology in your classroom, and hybrid environment also this can be used. I once again request everyone to be on mute. Write down in a chat box, and I request Meena ma'am to kindly go through the chat box. So if there is a question really need of concern, we can answer that right now. Otherwise, at the end, Q&A session.
Yes, I'm
So
watching, sir.
yeah, so how we are going to implement this program, I will be quickly explaining this, but I'll hand over then to Meena ma'am. She will be going through the whole program using one website which is created by Mahatattva for your reference. All the resources are curated over there. So you need to initially understand and attend these 2 hours training. Today is 1 hour training program, and 1 hour session will be after 1 week, maybe on 20th of August. That will discuss and share the link in the WhatsApp groups as such. And you will require to train at least 100 students for this program. What all this program, how to go about the training, Meena ma'am will tell about this. Students can be from the different class, age or school. Use of the syllabus shared with the BIA program, but there is a flexibility even offered by Google and CBSE. Meena ma'am will tell you about that flexibility too. The time, days, lecture, content delivery, you want it to be online, you want to be it offline, or the mixture of both, because now the schools are working in a physical mode. Students are coming in the school. So you can have the offline interaction with them about this program, or you can even have some sessions in the online mode. Some Google Forms can be shared with them, some resources can be shared in the online mode. So this all flexibility is given to you. But yes, there is a deadline. You have to complete this course, this program, by the end of September 2022. So this is important note. So today is 9th of August. You have almost 1 month, 3 weeks. So almost 2 months time is there with you. You can plan and execute this program. A program is being executed by you. Student will be getting the certificate by CBSE, and teachers, if you are targeting at 100 or more students, you will be eligible for the teacher certificate. And as mentioned, there is a sample certificate. This is the certificate by CBSE only and in a partnership with Google. So this certificate with your name you will be getting, and of course there's a lot of value. It's counted as your 5-hour training program. We have a 50-hour continuous professional development program mandatory made by CBSE for all the teachers. So this amounts for that 5 hours also. And at the same time, there is a value of the certification. In your e-portfolio, you can always have such certificates. And here is a sample of the student certificate. So student will be getting not only this final certificate, this is for all 5 modules, which we'll be quickly talking about in brief. Student, but this is the main and the final important certificate which they will be getting jointly by CBSE and Google. So this is the sample. We'll be sharing everything with you. This way you can convince your students, your higher authorities, your HODs, your coordinates and your school principals that your school will be one among those very few schools, those who will be taking part in this great initiative. So there is a procedure how you can claim for the student certificate. There is a procedure how teacher certificate can be claimed. That will be explained to you very soon. So what are the internet code of awesomeness? There are 5 different units which are covered in this whole program. Very interesting activities, offline, online, all the worksheets, everything is provided in one of the booklet. But in a website provided by Mahatattva, they have divided that PDF into 5 different units. So very smartly designed about share with care. Second unit is don't fall for fake. Third unit is talking about secure your secrets. Fourth unit is talking about it's cool to be kind while you are online. And fifth unit will be talking about whenever you are in doubt, talk about it. So 5 units, brief may will be talking about that, but at the same time, more in details will be covering in our next session. So there is a list of lot of resources provided over here. Let me quickly open the website which contains all the resources and the assessment, all the FAQs provided to you. So Meena ma'am is going to explain and covering the resources and the assessment part. So this is the homepage of this website. Then see here it is talking about the Tattva team, but there are the two different points to be understand here. One of the idea is Google directly Mahatattva team using a YouTube live. They had shared their sessions. The CBSE circular was shared, but at the same time they realized that if Google educator groups are there, GEs are there, they are working so hard to educate, to inform all the educators around the globe about the Google. So why not to take their support? Therefore, the Google connected with CBSE and they further connected with GEGs. And then this responsibility is being shouldered to us that you also take this charge and make the aware of all the educators aware about this program, because not all of you were able to join those sessions. Those were held online on a YouTube. So about the resources, now I request Meena ma'am to kindly take over. I'll stop my share in my.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. So now, meanwhile, if you have any question, you can write down in the chat box. Please join the WhatsApp group already shared by Meena ma'am.
Is my screen visible, sir, now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Please continue.
We will share this link with all of you. You can see this is the main site Mahatattva has created for us. What we are actually to do, we are just to make our student to be smart, alert, strong, brave and kind while using internet. They use internet. We are just to prepare them how to deal with this. Main things, these are about the programs which already Mahatattva has taken. We are to use these resources. When we click on these resources part, yes, you can see. I will request everyone to be on mute, please. This is the official website. We are going to again come to here. I'm just not clicking it here. Complete curriculum. Here we will get, just click on this. We will get a PDF, a 139 page PDF, which is covering all the material content here, guidance for us, how we can deal. These are the main 5 modules, and in each module there are different lessons. 7 lessons in first unit, 7 lessons in second unit, 4 lessons in third unit, 6 lessons in 4 units, and 7 lessons in 5 units. And these are really very small parts. In fact, most of the things we know, but we are just to tell our students how to deal with the internet. And they have provided us how to teach the curriculum. You can easily go through it. We are provided goals for students, and we are provided some scenarios using which we can introduce our concept to the students, and they will easily understand what exactly should be the way we should behave on the internet. And there are very beautifully created activities in each unit, in each lesson, and definitely take away of the each lesson. Let me just go through. And yes, activities are also created by keeping in mind different grades of the student. Yes. In each lesson, there are some vocabulary activities also. There are some vocabulary words, as every subject we are teaching, we know some good vocabulary words are there also. There are also some good vocabulary words for which there are so many activities created by Mahatattva itself. This program itself is created very beautifully. Everything they are providing to us, we are just to deliver to the student nicely. Yes. Go activities are there. We are not going deep into it. You can see it, and we will take another session to discuss all this later on. But right now we are just introducing where you can find the resources, and you are just to go through it once yourself. Word web activities are there. For bingo activities, they have created the cards itself. For word web, you can see in between will be the word, definition of the word, characteristic, examples, non-examples. These are the things we can use, but they have totally given right to the educator, because in some schools there will be no internet, there will be no mobile, there will be no computer. Then we are just to deliver the content to the student. We should be ourselves satisfied that student have learned all these activities, and we can do it in ways. These are just for our help, but it is not at all compulsory that we are to use it in the class itself. If we have no such, as I myself can say, there is no mobile, there is no computer in my own school. If I have to take for the students, I will just go through some activities for manual activities involving in groups or if I have to plan, I will go for that. Yes, this is the parent introduction email. Definitely, if the internet is involving and we and it is our ethical duty, we should first inform the parents that we are going to take such sessions with the students, and they have given this format. You can anytime change this format also according to your own environment and own school environment. Yes, there are some frequently asked questions about the program. You can go through this. Some question I let me just read one or two. Is it necessary to complete the lesson before having students play Interland? Interland is actually a very beautifully created games, because we know students like
Yeah, ma'am.
games very much.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, yes, sir.
I think the voice lag मुझे आ रहा है, औरों को आ रहा है, I don't know. चलो
My
ठीक है,
voice
please
is full,
continue.
sir, from myself.
Okay, sure, please continue.
Okay. There are some questions which you can go through it, or otherwise if you have any query, we will discuss when we take our next session. These are frequently asked questions. You can go through it. This is a quite big PDF. I'm not going too deep into it, but just I am saying now Unit 1, how they have provided Unit 1. Share with care. Lesson overview, 5 lessons are there. What is the theme? What is the goal for the student? Create and manage a positive reputation both online and offline. Respect the privacy boundaries of others, even if different from one's own. Such goals they have picked. We are just to be sure that we have accomplished these goals in any ways, according to the resources we have, according to the environment we have, according to the students we have. Even the student of second class would be there, even the student of 12th class will be there. So it is totally depends on us how we are to cover these goals, but we are just to cover these goals. Okay, standards are according to the ISTE programs, etc. Yes, these are vocabulary words in lesson 1 and 2. Online privacy, personal information, they have given details what exactly these words means. We are just to make students understand these words rapidly. Context, you go deep into it. And yes, again, this is lesson 1 of this. In unit 1 there are 7 lessons. Likewise, this is a PDF of 139 page which you can easily download from here. Okay, right now I'm just closing it. Google itself, Mahatatwa is a Google partner, and this site is created by Mahatatwa itself. They are providing us all the slides, all the PDF according to the unit wise also. This I have just opened is the complete PDF for the whole program. All 5 units are covered here, but for each individual unit, there are PDFs also. You can go deep into it. It totally depends on you. If you want to download unit wise or complete PDF, it is totally depending upon you. Interactive slides to use in the class to present our topic with the students is being provided by Mahatma itself. Yes, they are just asking us to install the peer DAC, but that is also not compulsory. If you don't understand peer DAC, you can leave. You can use the Google Slides as it. Otherwise, it is very simple. When you open, you will directly understand it. You can see it is the slide deck of the Unit 1, Lesson 1. I have opened. It is provided with peer deck. You can easily go to click on Google Slides. I don't want to get a tool. You can see this is the slides we have just opened. These are here with me. I can even modify it. Whatever change I want in these slides for my environment, for my is editable. Everything is editable. We can edit it according to our own requirement. These are activity sum. You can try it open yourself and check whatever is there in this. Some activities are there, very beautifully created activities in which cells, and they will understand and learn the goal we want them to learn. Yes, these are some slides of Unit 1. I'm just crossing it right now. When you will open, you can check yourself. These are just to tell you. And after that, these are 7 lessons, and flashcard factory list is also there. Vocabulary list is there. You can also share with the student. Vocabulary list is given in a very beautiful pattern. All these vocabulary word for lesson 1. This is Unit 1, then Unit 2, Module 2, then Module 3. Likewise, the same thing are there. Likewise, the slides are there as they are in Unit 1. You can open yourself, you can check. There are very beautiful created activities which we can do with the students and master them on the things we want to be. Okay, after that, this is vocabulary I have just opened. Yes, the same list is being opened. After that, there is game. Game is also there for each and every unit. It will take too much time. I think you, yes, it is open. Student will like it. Right now we are not going to play it, but you can anytime open and try. And these games are also for each and every unit. For each unit, there is a different game. So what have we seen? In Unit 1, there is Unit 1 PDF, slides, vocabulary list, and game. Likewise, there are for Unit 2nd, Unit 3, and Unit 4, and Unit 5. I'm not going to open it. And definitely after all 5, we are to get a pledge. This pledge we are to do with the students. They and we both will take this pledge. These are the resources. All the resources are provided by Mahatma. We can download it very easily. After that, there are assessments. Assessments also, we can do the activities. We can judge from there. We can judge from the Google Forms. I am clicking on first assessment. For 5 units, there are 5 different assessments. We are just to make a copy of it, and this copy will be created in our drive, and we can even change any question if find it not suitable for our students. That is also permitted. This is now my copy. I can change anything here, and if I want, I can keep it as such. And there are 10 questions in each assessment. Very small test. Students will just take 5 to 10 minutes to complete it, and we are just to share it with the student. I think Google Form, everyone knows how we can share. We just copy this link and send to the students, and they will attempt and we will get the result. We are just to be assured to save pictures of the session we will take, some videos of the session we will take, and results of these assessment. We should save all these things as a proof for CBSE so that we can claim our certificate. An educator can claim its certificate after completing the assessment of 100 students, after completing the sessions. What educator have to do? This. We are to click on this teacher Google form for certification. As an educator, we are to fill this. Just email, full name, name of the school, city, state, COE, to which COE we belong, and contact number, personal email ID, CBSE email ID. We will clarify it because it is not written here star. So I think some of the educator asked already that they don't have the CBSE email ID. They have not started, but we will definitely ask from Dipti ma'am if it is must or not, and we will inform in the WhatsApp group. After that, आपकी you are to create 2 minutes video. You there is nothing like that. You are just to speak about your session. You can combine your images, you can click on the pictures, whatever session you are taking with the students, and you can combine to create at 2 minutes. You can keep it a little less, but don't increase it. 2 minutes video, they just want it. You can create it from PPTs only. That totally depends on you. And we are to add here that video and list of the students. We are to add here. And for list, the sample is already given here. We are just to click here, make a copy for ourselves. And in this list, we are just to add student's name and class, facilitator name, educator's name, school, COE, city, state, and the list of 100 students. If there are more than 100, there is no limit that you are just to touch 100 students. If there are more students, you can add there. There is no issue in increasing, but CBSE will provide you certificate after completing the assessments of at the minimum 100 students. At the maximum, there is no limit. You can cover as many students, and it is not must that all students must be from your school only. You can cover the neighborhood schools also. You can cover the community at your home also. From anywhere you can cover the students. Just you are to guide the students to be internet awesome. Yes, this is the sheet where you are to put the name, and yes, your photograph on the social media. You are just to add here and submit this form. After you submit, you will definitely get your certificate, and the student certificate will also come in your email. You are to provide after that to the students. This is the assessment part, and resources part already I have covered. I have covered, Amit sir. Is anything left? Amit
Yes,
sir?
sir. I'll now. Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Meena ma'am. And there were few questions. Meanwhile, I was going through the chat, and I would like to answer few of the questions. And mm, let me share my screen once again.
I'm sharing this link also if anyone wants to see it himself right now. Otherwise, we will share each and every resource in the WhatsApp group also.
I mentioning in the group. So those is my screen is now visible or
Yes, sir. Yes.
okay. So those who had joined little late, there is the official link by Google. When I open that link, you can check it out. It's for all over globe. But we are focusing on our Indian scenario based situation. For that, we would prefer to go with the link created with a website created by Mahatattva. So please go through this website. This is the main source of reference. Ma'am, we already have shared this many a time, so I'm sharing this link once again. Please join the WhatsApp group also, because all the resources in future will be shared in that particular group only. Now the basic idea is, once you have gone through all the content, Meena ma'am already described that you have to go through provided over here. It is not mandatory to check out everything which is mentioned in, say, unit 1. So unit 1 say it is of say 25 pages, for example, or 30 pages, and you like only 5 of the activities out of given 10 activities. Go with only 5 or only go with 2 only from that particular unit as such. It is all need based, based on the school you belong to, based on the city you belong to, based on the need of and the availability of the resources in your school. So as Meena ma'am already mentioned, if you do not have the access to internet, say maybe say not all the students have access, but anyway, you can always have some of the resources shared with them. You can create a 100 student WhatsApp group. But the, yes, one of the educator was asking 100 students. Yes, minimum 100 students you have to train. So I will be sharing quickly that how other educators who are now already become the BIA ambassador, how they have done this program, how they have executed this program in their school. So let me quickly open a link for the same. I will be sharing that link very soon with all of you. So please check this out. So all the BIE ambassador as of now. So few of the and the Mahatattva is adding on the ambassadors to this list. For example, let me go to say Smita Chen. She is very innovative teacher from DPS Varanasi. So now she's the third one, if I'm not wrong, who became. Oh, I think it is not audible, so I need to change my view, my presentation view. Give me a second. Give me a 1 minute. I'm changing my view so that you'll be able to hear that presentation also.
It is not even must that we are to use their PDF and their activities. We can create our.
So please confirm, is it now? 1 minute. So it's all up to your own creativity. The teacher like this way.
Knowing everything, you will be smart. You are alert using internet. You are going to be strong. Right? It was wrong to think that posting the information online would be funny, as it would have not been right. As we must change our password so that if anyone even knows it.
Some of the creative works being done by them. Natak, maybe in morning assemblies. The sky is the limit about your own creativity. So this is one of the sample. Let me quickly demonstrate. Maybe say another educator.
Communicating effectively with Grammarly.
These ads are irritating sometimes. Okay. So maybe in the morning assembly time.
I'm here to share some news with you regarding your online access on internet.
And he's the first ambassador from India.
Maybe we are chatting on
He took this project, the Internet Awesome. So you can always have the such samples. If you are not comfortable in say creating the videos, though it is not a big deal, you can always wish to hide your face. A lot of flexibility is being offered. Or maybe say by Rinki Goyal ma'am. This is one more sample I will show. teacher created a Google Classroom. It is again optional, maybe in morning assemblies or likewise this on stage, some activities, the explanation using the board, and then assessment as Meena ma'am has shown you that particular form, and you can always even edit the questions as well. So if you want to add that background music, it is all up to you. If you are not much comfortable with this, not a problem at all. Simply you have few photographs, few videos, just combine them all together and that can be shared as a documentary proof that is required. So teacher, a small video, then awareness about the internet privacy, strong password and pattern. We always talk about it. So it's nothing new for every one of us. Maybe you have some club in your school, you can take the help from your IT department, computer science teacher, and mind it, this is not meant only for the computer science teachers, and though it's not their responsibility only. It is our joint effort. Maybe you are teaching maths or science or social science, or even activity. You are teaching third class, fourth class, so it hardly matters. So likewise, you can see in a hall, students seems to be maybe of different classes, so they can all be combined together. The teacher can explain the idea, then maybe some oath ceremony can be there, some debate can be organized among the students. So few of the glimpses can be captured. So students can share their own views, their learnings, and the assessment. Assessment again mentioned, not very typical part. Whichever way you want to go about the assessment, that can always be done. Next resource is by, let me share my screen once again. I wanted you to hear, therefore I've chosen some different way of presentation. I'm sharing my whole screen. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
The Facebook group, no, Facebook group.
It is open now.
Facebook group wala page, yeah, it is open. So you can check it out. This is a Mahatatva Google Connect India Facebook official group. I just wanted to share and demonstrate. So they are the Google for Education partner in India. So you can check it out. So few
I have
glimpses
shared,
about
sir,
this
in the
program.
chat.
Okay, that's great. So you can check it out. So on a physical mode, the team Mahatatva in right now is in Mayo College, Ajmer. So the whole session for the teachers in the offline mode, they are teaching so that they can further teach their students. And again, mentioning it's not only for the students, it's for the parents as well. So you can call the parents or have at least in the evening some online session about the safety and security. You can have a word with parents as well. So everything can be. Let's see down in the line. So there is one teacher educator, Usha Singh. So now she's the BIA ambassador. Who don't like the regard and respect like this? So you will be among one of them, like Usha Singh ma'am, or maybe by Rinki Goyal ma'am. And they just did what I have demonstrated, what Meena ma'am explained it to you. It is so easy task, not a typical task. So maybe Ramandeep Kaur ma'am, and we can always connect you few of them if it is possible and if it is required. Aditya sir, then Seema Sharma ma'am. So they started with scrap only. Smita Jain ma'am, a very innovative teacher from DPS school. Then he's the, I think, the first one who became the BI ambassador. So basic idea is learn from other educators, but at the same time, there is no end to your own career. Others are doing. Come up with some different and unique idea. That is very important. And in the again going to that Mahatatva website, in a FAQs you will see certificate samples and why do we need this program in school, who is certifying body for this program. We already have mentioned and answers most of the questions, but still if you want to know more about this program, and it will, they are mentioning say 5 to 6 hours, but believe me on that, if you take help from other department, your activity teachers, IT department, it is not more than 2 to 3 hours project as such. But they are expecting it to be say 5 to 6 hours, because you will be getting 5 hours of CPD, continuous professional development certification, not a certification, but yes, that will be counted as your certification. In certification, that will not be mentioned, but in certification, you can see teacher certificate on inside the student certificate. Program is, as already mentioned, for every teacher this course is meant. So few more FAQs during the certification. What are all opportunities? Housewise events may you can include this. Assemblies can be there. You can have a cyber safety week organized in your school, or in experimental manner, whatever way you want. It can be done. How do we finally get the certificate? So every step is explained. Meena ma'am and I already explained, but again I'm sharing the idea that certification is not a big deal, and I am actually, I mean, a big fan of getting the certificates from such uh, great organizations like CBSE. So in my e-portfolio, I am a master trainer for this program. Meena ma'am is a master trainer for this program. So this gives us the looking forward to. And at the same time, we are supporting and guiding and helping our young generation. They need to be alert. They need to know what is fake, what is not real. So in indirect manner, we are all are doing this job, but in a proper formal way, if we do it, we are being certified by CBSE and Google for the same. So as mentioned, 2 minutes video again is relaxed. You want to include only presentations, images, and few video, and maybe a glimpse of that. As I have shared, you can always go about that. You can have your own narratives, you can have the student interviews, pictures of the projects, and display board created by the students. And maybe say if you are sharing the Google form quiz link with them, then the assessment can that how many students have participated. So you can simply go through the responses like this is shown. So if the response is crossing 100, and Google trust all of you. So that simply means that even if say you are providing with a list of students, you are doing that activity. But as Meena ma'am shared that basic idea about the assessment. So what at the end you are to do? Student training form. So you need to fill up this particular form. And oh yeah, I need to mention, if someone is joining outside India from CBSE school, they need to choose the option of other. And then evidence of training video already mentioned, and from add list, the list of student. So here is a sample idea. So just click on this link and you can make a copy of it, already explained to you. You just need to add the name of the students, simply name and the class. Maybe you are teaching 8th grade, so all sections of 8th A, B, C, D can be included, or maybe few students from 7th, few are from 8th, and few are from 10th. They are from your school, they are not from your school. It hardly matters. We are the teachers, CBSE and Google trust us. So if you are filling up this form, and at the same time, if you are sharing this evidence as a proof, so that is self-sufficient to mention that you already have gone through this program, you have executed this program in your school. So how many hours will it take for a teacher to complete this course? 8 to 10 hours is mentioned, but it is not more than 5 hours. Believe me on that. Out of which, first 1 hour is invested by you today only. After 1 week, there will be another 1 hour session wherein we'll be dealing with the syllabus in more detail. So here is the syllabus, right? The curriculum about it. Each unit we are going to explain that in detail. But meanwhile, in next to kindly go through the content, come up with your own creative ideas, think about it, and share that with each and every one of us. So if you are a good learner, if you are a creative teacher, you can always complete this program even in 10 days. So Google and CBSE is expecting this program to be completed by the end of September, right? So you have almost 2 months. I believe we will be having say midterm exams. You may have this question came, we have a midterm exam. Scenario cannot be changed, but with your own creativity, you can always manage the time. So maybe just after the 15th August function, you can initiate with say cybersecurity week in your school and come up with beautiful ideas. So this is a wonderful resource. The YouTube link, which already Meena ma'am already have shared, in WhatsApp group, we are going to share everything once again. And the recording of this session, along with all the links, will be shared with the who have registered through this. So those 392 teachers, they will be getting the recording of these sessions. But in WhatsApp group, we are sharing all the resources. So you can always go back to this recording if you joined a little late, or even if you have any question, you can always ask that question. So go through what every teacher, other educators have done, and then come up with your own creativity and own idea. So this is all from our side. Now it is your turn to ask your questions. If you have any question, you can simply raise your hand. So I'll begin with Andre Joseph. Yeah, please. If you're here, you can unmute yourself, Andre Joseph, and ask your question. Let me stop sharing my screen.
I think it is raised by mistake or
Yeah, okay. Meena ma'am, I think you are sharing your screen.
let me check, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Jayashri ma'am. Yeah, yeah. Jayashri ma'am, do you have any question? Or anyone? Okay, now you can ask your question. We are here to help you. Anyone? Yeah, Jayashri ma'am, Priya ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening now.
Sir, we have to read the complete article regarding this. The internet be awesome from the Mahatatva resource, right?
They are expecting this, but at the same time, there is a lot of flexibility given by them. All right. So in one of the session wherein we were trained, we were already informed about this. Okay, practically speaking, it is not possible because we are involved in lot many other works as well. So pages, you just go through the content in brief. You will be having the fair idea, and based on your need, say you are teaching say ninth grade, for example, or maybe say 10th grade, or maybe say second grade. So accordingly, there are a lot of activities mentioned. You go through the content once the units are there, and I think it will take. I have gone maybe in 2 hours. I have gone through the whole booklet. I will be going through that again and again, definitely.
Okay.
But a brief idea about all 5 units would not require more than 2 hours, wherein it will give you the basic idea of what all type of activities actually you are thinking and planning for your kids.
Yes, yes. Okay, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Most welcome, ma'am. Yes, Jayashri, ma'am, or anyone else would like to add any question, ask any question?
जस्ट सबसे बात कर रहे हैं
Yeah, Madhuji. Yeah, please. Madhu. Yeah, please. Anyone can ask the question because there are many hand
Yes,
raised
sir.
but no question.
Rahul,
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Rahul sir.
today's
Yeah, good
video.
evening. Rahul ji here.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, you are
Hello.
audible, Rahul ji. Please ask your question.
Sir, today's meeting will be where it will be available. Video recording of the today's meeting.
Those who have registered, I mean, for this program, when we shared one form, so the meeting recording will be shared with them on their Gmail ID.
Actually, sir, I have joined this meeting from last 35 minutes, but in the beginning I was not there. So
So you can always watch over the recording. That will be shared with you. Not a problem.
Okay.
That will be shared.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Missing part you can always watch. Yeah.
And the second most thing,
And be a
sir.
part of
Yes.
that WhatsApp group.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yes.
So one more thing, the resource material. Can we download that resource material?
Yes, you can download all the resources which are made available. They are all PDF files. But yes,
Okay.
yes, Meena ma'am. Someone was asking about the resources which are made available, and that's via peer deck. So that we plan to explain in our next second session how you can make use of the peer deck. So peer deck is another, a very good software program which works very well with Google Slides. So using peer deck, and peer deck actually partnership with Google. So they are in the resources, but they are optional. So if you are good techno savvy person, you can make use of those peer deck resources as such. So we'll be talking about that in our next session on 20th of August, most likely. So, but meanwhile, go through all the content, try out by yourself, and in case you have any doubt, ask your questions in the WhatsApp group. But please do join that WhatsApp group, because we do not messages about PIA program. Those who are interested are already here. So they must be a part of that specific WhatsApp group created for this. So the further communication will take place in that. Yes, more than one educator can always do this from the institution. Yes, very
Uh,
appropriate question you have asked, Asha ma'am. Thank you very much.
uh,
Yes, so maybe say
I
there
mean,
are two, three teachers, they can always take part in
Jayashree
that.
ma'am.
And of course, yeah.
Jayashree ma'am,
sorry to
you
interrupt
want
you,
to
sir.
ask something?
Yeah, Rahul sir
Yes,
कुछ
ma'am.
पूछ रहे हैं अभी, yeah, please.
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है ये इन केस वी हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम कैन वी मेक एनी फोन कॉल और वी हैव टू ओनली पोस्ट द क्वेश्चन इन द ग्रुप
See, preferably it is always going to the WhatsApp. So if you have any question, you can always write down in a WhatsApp. But in case if
Okay.
the problem cannot be solved, we are available through our WhatsApp. No problem. You can
Okay,
contact
sir.
us
Okay.
preferably through WhatsApp messages, right?
Okay, sir. Okay.
If required, we can always have another specific meeting with few of the educators if they face any problem while they are executing this program. Not a problem. Maybe say you initiated with this program after 15th or say 20th of August and you are stuck somewhere. Okay, what to do? So we are always there to guide and help you. Not a problem.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, please. Yeah, Poonam ji, Jayashree ji, or whosoever wants to ask any question. Rahul ji, can you please be on mute?
Yes, yes.
Please. Yeah, thank
Sorry,
you.
sir.
Any question still unanswered? Do let us know.
You can unmute yourself and ask your questions.
Yes. Yes,
I have
Sarvaji, I
shared
could
the
see a lot
WhatsApp
of.
group. You all are requested to join the WhatsApp group. All your queries can be covered there, and we will share all resources there. Please join the WhatsApp group.
So I'm just quickly going through the chat. If there is anything which I think we haven't answered, we'll take that, or else we
Poonam
can end
ma'am,
the
Dr.
meeting.
Kuldeep Kaur, if
Yes.
there is any query. Poonam ma'am, Dr. Kuldeep Kaur, you raise our hand.
So I think Mansi ma'am ka question you have already answered. You can plan activity
Yes,
during
yes.
classroom
Yes,
hours,
yes.
online also, evening time, wherever, whatever way is convenient to you. And Sneji is saying,
In chat
is
box,
it
I have
mandatory
answered
that
every
per?
question.
Okay, yeah, great. Can we add 2 classes student for? Yes, of course. You
दो
can.
तीन टीचर का रेज हैंड है वो पता नहीं शायद बाय मिस्टेक है कैसे है
Students from 5 different classes, not a problem. Maybe say you are the coordinator of 6th class and there are 5 different sections under you. As a coordinator, you can take up that project, or maybe say you are teaching say 5 different sections. So 2 from 6, 3 from 7, utilize that opportunity. If you are the head of the department, you can include any of the classes. So whatever way you like, you can always go about it. There is no restriction. But yes, of course, second grade student cannot be covered with a say 6 or 7. So that mental age level has to be taken care of, and for that you are the best judge. We are still open for next 5 minutes.
One query is there for this training. You are not going to get the CBSE certificate, but definitely we will share a Google form to give a certificate from GEG Delhi West. But if you are to get certificate from CBSE, you are to complete the training of 100 students. Nitesh sir, it is the answer for your query.
Okay,
Am I
thank you
right,
so much,
sir?
ma'am.
Amit sir, we can give a
Yeah,
certificate
yeah,
from
yeah,
GEG
sure,
Delhi
sure.
in the next.
Yeah, but those who will be attending the second one also. Yeah.
All are requested not to share mobile numbers in the chat, please. We have shared the group link. You just join there. No need to
Yeah,
share your
please.
mobile number in the chat. Poonam ma'am, Shelly ma'am, Jayashri ma'am, if you still have any doubt, you can please unmute yourself and ask your doubt. Sarva Dhans.
Okay, thank you very much. I think Meena ma'am,
Yes, sir.
are
Most
all the
queries are
questions.
covered.
Yeah, but
Yes.
definitely in our next session, which we are planning, we are going into the deep. First thing about all 5 units in details, and second thing about the peer deck and how this can be used. And at the same time, definitely how more innovative way you can implement this program. But remember, creativity has no end, and you all are creative teachers. We all know. So come up with your own brilliant ideas and go about it. Yes, of course, for CBSE certification, 100 students and that particular form has to be filled, which is mentioned and shared on our group, and we already have shared that.
Amit sir, hello.
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, I am Rahul. I am teaching
Yes.
only class 11th and 12th, subject accountancy. So I have only around 85 to 90 students in both the sections combined. So for me, 100 students, from where I will get these 100 students?
Okay, sir, this type of a special case, if this is there, we can always talk to Mahatatva, and I'm sure, they are going to take care of this. But at least in that
Okay.
case, they are expecting you to manage all those 90 students. If there are, say, 2 sections, so you have to then cover
Sir,
those
there is
90, and if you
no
can manage with
restriction.
different
You can add the student from the neighborhood school. There is no restriction, but
Okay,
minimum
okay,
100
okay.
requirement is there. You
or
can add
maybe in
from
your
the neighborhood.
family, you have,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
Yes,
from
yes,
the
and
family, from the
yes.
neighborhood.
maybe say your nephew, your son, maybe your friends or son. So if they are studying in
Okay,
different school, they should also be taught about
okay,
these skills. So they must be aware.
okay,
So they can
Actually, this
also be a
question
part
I
of
have
this team.
already asked from them. This question I have already asked from
Right.
them. The minimum 100 is must.
O-
You can combine from your
okay.
community anywhere. It's
So
better to
I
get
can
more.
include my coaching students also.
And anyone,
Yes, you can
anyone,
include anyone
not
from
just to
different
guide
school, also
students.
different grade level.
Okay,
But
sir.
please
Okay,
make it
okay,
sure in that form it should be 100 kids.
okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Kuldeep ma'am is saying I have only 30 students. See, that's a mandate by CBSE. We have no authority to relax on that. So you need to manage with say maybe other professor, teachers in your department or other department or another vicinity area colleges or schools. So if you can manage that, then only that Google certification can be given. But at the same time, if not the certificate, but can you really train those 30 kids without earning that
Yes,
certificate? Please think in that line also.
that is much more important.
Yeah, certification is great, we must get it, but just because I'm not getting a certificate, I will not train. Please, thank you ma'am, thank you Kuldeep ma'am, thank you so much. WhatsApp group, we are waiting and hoping that many of you will join that WhatsApp group. so that at
Sunita
the
ma'am, it is
after 1 hour we'll be sharing.
मैम सर एक मिनट सुनीता मैम पूछ रही है 100 स्टूडेंट मैम डेफिनेटली आप 100 से ज्यादा लेके चलिए थोड़ा और उन्हें जिन्हें आप कवर करें उनको बूस्ट अप करते रहिए ये गूगल फॉर्म बहुत सिंपल शॉर्ट गूगल फॉर्म्स हैं दे विल डेफिनेटली कवर
आप जैसे अपनी क्लास जब ऑनलाइन में थे वी वर एक्चुअली शेयरिंग अ गूगल फॉर्म लिंक विद आवर किड्स और वो अपना ऑनलाइन टेस्ट कर रहे थे दैट वे ओनली यू हैव टू शेयर दैट लिंक सो यू हैव योर क्लास ग्रुप सो क्रिएट अ 125 स्टूडेंट व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप एंड देन दे आर सबमिटिंग दैट फॉर्म एंड दैट लिंक only 10 questions going to take only 5 to 10 minutes. So
Yes.
I mean you can demonstrate that, you can showcase that so that students are also motivated. So whatever way we have shown it to you, now it is your responsibility. You can take up one session with your all the kids in online. And as Meena ma'am already shared and mentioned about that, parents consent also. So that form, the invitation kind of a thing is already provided in the booklet. You can always share that with the parents as well. So parents must always be aware that what kind of the activities you as an educator taking with them. Sometimes they are not aware and later they say my student is using the mobile phone for that some one or the peer deck activity and so on. So please keep engaging the parents at the same time.
yes even these
Is there
programs
any
are for families also if you go through the site you will see
okay, thank you very
no
much.
more
So
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
yeah, thank you very much for joining this session hosted by GEG Delhi West. Once again, good luck, and we
Thank
are
you,
hoping
everyone.
and expecting, and everyone will become the BIE ambassador. So,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sure.
but
Thank you so much.
180 at the end. So, I take this as a great achievement. Even if we have more than 120, 125 attending the whole session, they will definitely become BIE ambassador. So,
Thank
our
you, sir.
good wishes to all of you. Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much,
Stay
sir.
connected. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
We'll
you,
Learn
wait
and
sir.
for
grow.
Thank you.
our-
Thank you so much.
thank you
Thank you
everyone
so much.
Sir.
Thank
thank you everyone thank you
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank you
to.
so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
thank you
ma'am.
so